A Man Made Early traces the journey of Tony, who is a young valedictorian here at Westlake East High School, who's trying to decide where to go to college and whether to leave home to go away to school or to go to a local university or college.
Really quickly, the majority of the folks who are here are our crew for the short film, Man Made Early. And then Tony is actually going to get into the car.
It started as a project in my creative writing class. As we were brainstorming for ideas to write about, I knew I didn't want my story to be just about anything. It had to be something I knew, something I felt all of my friends were going through.
Westlake East High School is proud to announce this year's valedictorian, Antonio Rodriguez. Congratulations, Tony. We look forward to your commencement speech and wish you the best as you move onward to college.
My name's Samantha Rivera. I'm helping with all the actors, putting on their makeup and stuff and retouches during the scenes.
Yeah, my name's Ricardo Zuniga. The script is truly amazing, especially because it really does hit home with me.
I mean, I really like it because it's really relatable, especially because I'm a senior and I'm going through the same thing that Tony's going through, where the mom doesn't want you to leave.
We do hear a lot of stories of friends that maybe they can pay for college, their parents can, but they say we're not gonna help you if you leave. You have to stay here.
Ever since we started talking about the project, I told him, wow, this is interesting. I've been this mom 2 other times before, and it's a common theme down here in the valley.
I'm from Westlake, Texas, a place where a series of cities come together to make the valley. Heavily populated with Hispanics, every town is a small one, bringing families that much closer together.
My name is Raul Castillo, and I went to McAllen High School. I graduated in '95. I grew up with half of my family on the other side and half of them over here. So we would cross the border every weekend, and we'd go to Reynosa and go to weddings and barbecues and just family parties.
We don't get to see a film crew come down here and make a film about our life and what we go through. And so I think it means a lot because sometimes a lot of people or a lot of students feel the valley is not really recognized, or it's not recognized as part of the rest of the United States sometimes.
Such an interesting place. It's this small region at the tip of Texas, and yeah, it's so vibrant, and there's such very, very apparent and very nuanced dynamics of how people relate to each other and of culture.
She can say, "Ay, Antonio." What did you say? Perdóname.
I'm sorry. Es que mi esposo está bien malo.
Sí, mi esposo está bien malo.
Yeah, I figured throw in some accent if she's a baby.
Everybody's real welcoming. And with my family, in some neighborhoods, everybody's oh yeah, mija, here, try this bread and try this chicken. We all share our traditional recipes and it just comes together as one. We're a family, our own community. We're real close.
There are families in the valley and in South Texas in general that have been there since before that area was part of the U.S. There's something really beautiful about being able to live so near your culture.
When you're in a Latino family, there's always this deep connection. It's a very cohesive, united family structure. There's good and bad things about it. The good things is that you always have this support system. The bad thing is that sometimes the individual suffers if the individual wants to do something different than the family.
Got a call from Stanford today.
Oh my gosh, what did they say?
Just to accept the scholarship on Friday.
And you're gonna call, right? You haven't told your mom yet?
Maybe it's not so bad staying here. My mom would love that. The guys are here, and me and you. The whole stick together, the family thing, I take care of my little sister. I'm the oldest one, and there's 5 of us in the family. It relates to my life in that way. My mom doesn't come home till 8, 7, and my dad's usually working graveyard shift.
was 17 when I first went to Boston University. It was pretty emotional getting the acceptance letter and kind of it was a big deal, you know. And I was the first one of my siblings to go and to leave the Valley.
It's hard enough to leave home when you come from a place where your peers, your family, and your teachers are supportive of you leaving. It's 10 times harder when you're coming from a community that feels threatened by your departure.
One of the lines in the film is, why do you need to go over there? Everything you need is over here. What can you do there that you can't find over here? And it's this idea of restricting mobility and of maintaining the unit.
What about when I go off to college? How are you gonna do it then?
You're going to UTPA. We talked about this.
And if I want to go to Stanford in California?
California. Estás loco. ¿Desde cuándo quieres ir a California? What do they have over there the Valley doesn't?
Everything. I'm so sick of the same damn thing here.
Nomás quieres irte de lejos para andar de parranda y andar con las huercas? There's such a tight family bond for most of the families down here, and I know it is common that parents just don't want to let their kids go.
It wasn't easy for me to leave, and I would imagine for a lot of kids in Weslaco and in the Valley, it could be hard to leave their communities and go so far.
Ultimately, we're attending college, not our friends, not our family, and not our counselors. We, the youth, must learn to make our own decisions, because if we don't, then we aren't living our own lives. I'm really excited that people from the Valley get to see this and get to make their own decisions.
I feel privileged now looking back, coming from the community that I did.
My grandma's gorditas de azúcar, or like just the regular ones with carne y arroz y frijoles.
Menudo?
Menudo's good.
I like that one.
I actually am going to the University of North Texas, which is 9 hours from where I'm from.